Hello YouTube friends. I'm going to show you some film now and talk over it like I did yesterday. I had hoped that I would be able to talk to you outside, but it's very windy, and I've just taken the camera and I've walked round to the other side of the dam, and I sat down in with my back against a tree, and I had this clever microphone here with the woofy thing on. But still, the sound of the wind was so strong. You'll see when I show you the pictures that the water's moving pretty quickly and the flowers are all nodding in the breeze. So there really wasn't much of a hope that I was going to manage to talk to you outside. So instead, I'm going to play this little bit of film here now and talk to you while you're watching these lovely images. But then there's something else I want to add on at the end, so I'll do that as well. So what I was, let me just start this at the beginning. There we go. This first little bit then, these sheep here are all about to be mothers. And so I think we'll keep an eye on them, and we'll come back and see when we've got some baby lambs in the fields. Now, I've been out and about today, and I've seen lambs further down the valley, but we're quite high up here, so we're usually a week or so later. So this little bit here is the first part as you go around the other side of the dam. I took all the sound off this because of the wind, but mostly in this little section because of the rooks, because what I wanted to show you here, apart from the lake, look at the water moving. It's too windy to be talking outdoors on the camera and not have all that wind sound happening. But this stand of trees here, these are all Scots pines, and here is where the rooks live. And there's this enormous rookery. There must be over 100 pairs of rooks live up in the trees here. And so it's very noisy. Often when I do film outdoors, that's the sound you can hear. So here we are. I wanted to show you in the trees. You can't see that many rooks because they're all out and about. Later on tonight, as it gets dusk, they'll all come flocking back to the rookery. Maybe we'll film that one night. That would be fun. But here they all are, and you can perhaps see their nests there. At this time of year, they're nesting, and when the new chicks emerge from the nest, they make a really different noise from the parent birds. It's more like a really high-pitched, almost like a cat meowing sort of noise. So I'm just going to let this bit of film play then and show you, the windy things around the other side of the lake, including my hair by the look of things. But I've had an outdoorsy sort of day today, in that this morning I went to the post office. Phil's back, which is excellent. He's back from being poorly and socially isolating, and he's got a clean bill of health now, so he's back in the post office, which I'm pleased about. Those are pretty, aren't they? What are they called? Someone will tell me what they're called. I want to call them periwinkles, but I might be wrong. No, I don't know what they're called. So I went to the post office, and on the way back from the post office, I parked outside my friend's house because they live on the way back. And I beat my horn, and they came out into the garden and waved, and we had a shouted chat, which was absolutely lovely. I really enjoyed it. But then I went to the feed merchants in town. They've got a good system. I phoned up beforehand and booked the things that I wanted to collect and paid for them on the phone. Then I rocked up and popped my boot, and they put them in the back of the car for me. I stayed in the car. I just waved at them, and it was a good system. But now that means that I've got two sorts of food for the poultry to eat now, which I'm very pleased about, plus some grit, which they need, and I didn't have any, so I've got some of that as well now. So I want to show you this bit now. Now look at this, all these tree roots here. They're like this because the level of the dam dropped, it was artificially dropped for safety's sake, and so all these tree roots were exposed. I'm talking about 30 odd years ago now, because try to imagine, if you will, use your imagination and see these tree roots as a shop for a little girl who's about 2 years old, my daughter Martha. And I used to lift her inside one of those tree roots, and then these ones here that are all, not that, there's one coming up in a minute, which was one of her shops. And we used to get little pine cones and sticks and leaves, and she would stand inside there for ages at a time playing shops. Now, they're a bit more grown. They're not actually that much different from when Martha was playing in them. They're a bit more grown now, but you know, don't you, that as soon as Agnes is old enough, we're going to play shops in there. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So now then, what I want to talk about, come back to the full screen again in a second. I've been noticing down in the comments that you're all having a lovely time chatting away to one another, and it's making me very, very happy indeed. Very happy. So there we all are on the lime green sofa with our little projects and our little bits and pieces that we're doing and our snacks and everything. I've got an idea. Sometimes I don't feel terribly motivated to do something because in this present situation, it just feels like it takes a tremendous effort to make myself do something. Especially as there's nobody else around to do, you know, if I'm gardening on my own. If I'm tidying the house, I'm doing it on my own. So I'd like to suggest that we do this. There are a few people who already tag me on Instagram. So if you are on Instagram, I'm going to suggest that we have a new hashtag, which I will start, which will be hashtag LGS or hashtag lime green sofa. We'll get that one as a hashtag that people will recognise and people will be able to add their creative projects to. Now, I know quite a lot of you are on Instagram, and if you're not on Instagram, then I'd say do it because it's free. It's really, really easy. You don't have to post pictures yourself. You can just look at other people's streams. But if you're doing a creative project, let's say you're knitting something or drawing or cooking or gardening or painting your apartment or whatever it is you're doing, or just petting your cat. He's just off screen here. Hashtag LGS, hashtag lime green sofa, either one. It doesn't matter. They'll both work. And then we will all be able to see, I'll do it too, we'll be able to see each other's creative projects. I think that's a really good idea. I'm not sure the Queen will do it. She's still on the sofa from yesterday. Somebody was suggesting custard creams for her. I think they're about right. Bath Olivers. No, custard creams is good. Okay then, so that's the idea I'm going to leave you with. It doesn't matter what your creative project is. It might be that you know, what you've managed to do today is one small thing. Take a picture of it with your phone or your whatever, stick it onto Instagram and tag me. Tag that tag, then everyone will be able to see it. That's what I'd like to do. Okay then, guys, so I'm going to edit this now because I want to get this posted because I've got a number of things that I need to do before the sun goes down outside. I want to cover those seeds that I planted yesterday with horticultural fleece. That's important. There's no prediction of frost, but I'm just going to get them all prepared. And then I need to take the food that I brought for the hens. I need to take that down to the hen shed and manhandle that into the big feed buckets that I've got for them there. They'll be very happy to see me. But I need to do all those things before it gets dark. I mean, what is it? It's only 5:45, but I'll edit this now. So it's lovely to see you. Absolutely lovely to see you. Thank you so much for all the supportive comments. But let's take the comments out and stick them onto Instagram now, so that we can spread this creativity, this loveliness, this kindness, this friendliness that is being generated down there in the comments. So, thumbs up if you like this, thumbs down if you didn't. Either one, don't mind. Subscribe, press the notifications bell, and you'll never miss a one of these. What are we up to? Number 18 now? I think so. And we're just going to keep going while there's a willingness to do it. And we'll see where we end up. Hashtag lime green sofa, hashtag LGS, either one. Okay, my lovelies, take care, and whatever it is you're doing, know that you're not alone. It feels like it. It feels like it sometimes, but make sure you do some bit of social contact every day if you can. Even if it's just writing a letter to somebody, sticking a stamp on it, chucking it in the post. You'll get a reply, sure to. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.